Well, in that case, the archivist is very keen to show you some of the displays in the archives that they have. Sorry, misgendering them. They have acquired over time. It rapidly becomes clear to you later that they are interested primarily in artifacts rather than in useful technological apparatus and such like. That I can't find that.
I think I do have an artifact. No, I just have the covering, and that's not.
They were, so they very visibly, many of the things in their display cases they take down to the lower floor below. Many of the things they have in their display cases are nicely displayed in strange transparent plastic, wrapped up in other sorts of plastic. You have never seen this much plastic anywhere else, other than just blowing around in the breeze. Although they are not exclusively interested in things that can be wrapped up.
I'm actually personally a little surprised about why they wrapped all this valuable stuff in litter.
I find it slightly poetic.
Other things that they have, I've posted a picture into the Canva account. Nice piece of statuary they have acquired from somewhere.
Shall we get a nose-to-nose look of Akma examining the statue?
Yeah, please. I want to see that scene.
Okay, yeah, let's have that scene, and then if anyone would like to make an insights check while it's happening.
All of us?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, maybe I'll roll another one. And there you go.
Me too, if it is any consolation. So you can draw one for me.
I just rolled 2 ones.
Something tells me this tower is kind of mutagenic.
The green, apparently the green stuff growing up the side is gamma.
Either that or the tea has got something in it.
Whatever.
Whoa. Leica, you get Beguiling, which is a close burst 5. Each enemy in burst is targeted. Level +3 versus will, and if you hit, the target can't attack you. Save ants. Nice. Really nice. Okay, give me something decent, please. Vampiric healing.
There we are. You've been wanting that for a while.
It's in my deck too, so I'm very happy.
Suddenly you no longer feel you're stumbling around with heavy leaden feet that somehow don't fit through doors properly.
But I don't relate the notion to the size of my feet at all. I just feel rested. It's the tea. Of course,
right.
It's the tea.
It must be the tea. So, they are, although the archivist is very keen to show you the lovely exhibits and glass cases and this nice weird shiny gold disc with a bearded man's face on it and things like that. They also take you to the room below, which is where the robot maintenance workshop is, which is much less of a display area and much more of a practical workshop. And,
more like a
piles of technical junk are surrounding the place. They seem a little disheartened that you are so much more interested in this than in their lovely archives and so on. But
I'll let them know that if they want anybody to take that plastic trash off their stuff, I'd be happy to help.
That won't be necessary.
Okay. Still wondering what that's about.
That way. I don't know. They like it that way, I think. Don't ask me. I think it has to do with that strange word that he uttered before, the mint thing.
Right. Mint. You wrap something in plastic, it's all minty. Huh. All right.
Yeah, I think they put some mint flavored something inside that plastic, and that's why my book doesn't smell like mint.
While those two are discussing
Yeah, exactly.
whatever,
Culture.
I'm looking around, poking
So we
in
have
a couple of boxes and piles of things. Every
You
now and
can,
then asking, do you really need that? Or could you
Right.
afford
Hey,
giving it to
you
me?
gonna eat that?
I'm finally getting a feeling I can do some decent shopping.
the archivist is happy for you to have the run of the place and anything you need that you can make use of once you've helped them solve this problem.
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
that sounds fair.
Okay.
So let's solve the problem.
Suddenly, it's urgent. Okay.
Well,
So,
If I hadn't made it clear, I'd like to be looking to call this a major
Yes.
quest. I will state firmly that
Mhm.
since we set out on this venture together, we have suffered at the hands of these rogue Bonapartists and at the negligent attitude of their superiors. And we are grateful that the archivists feel the same way. And I am going to make it my business to bring the miscreants or pieces of them to justice and let it be known to the witch finder exactly what has happened and to provide the witch finder with obviously much needed advice as to how to maintain order and constructive
I find
attitudes
this
among her staff.
I find this talk very inspirational. I applaud.
Major quest declaration, if possible.
Okay. That sounds like a major quest, which is a quest which is worth a full encounter and therefore gets everyone experience points if they're all happy to be involved in it. Should you manage to do it?
I have a
It
question.
sounds like. Oh, go for it.
Can a major quest be called by more than one person? Like I hear Otma say that, and I think yes, it should be my business too. But does that become a major quest for me as well? Or
Yes, if you wanted to. And the book suggests that there's no reason not to have a major quest where the objective is shared, but perhaps the motivations and reasoning and finer details might be different.
Oh, sure.
yeah, I mean, without getting them here, I don't get what I want. So let's get them here in pieces
Excellent.
or in a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe the archivist can find out more about what you are looking for, Kaiga, while we are gone.
yes, and does this major quest overwrite my previous quest
No.
of finding
No,
out?
no.
You
You can have multiple quests going at one go.
you just hang it on the hook next to the old one.
Okay.
This is probably a level 2 quest as well, so it would be worth something like 375 experience points
We do not object.
between.
First, we have to find them, then we have to line them up, and then we have to bring them here.
Two things. Sven is keen to head off into the ruins and lead you to this location before it gets too dark. So if you'd like to head off now, that might be sensible. And the other thing, which I've completely forgotten about, is Mark the Lemming was with you, powering in the back of the truck when you were being attacked by people. Are you going to insist he comes with you as well in this dangerous.
Well,
Yes, I
given the
think we
fact
need to
that
give.
he probably hid during the whole fight, I think he may be more comfortable if he stays here.
He does have some stats, but I keep going to write them up and share them with you.
Actually, I would
Um,
like to encourage Mark to stay and keep an eye on these fellows who look infinitely distractible. And they need to be reminded and encouraged that the careful investigation of this important book, you know,
Yeah, and how far is it wherever?
and
Do you have to go?
I also imagine Mark's going to enjoy the workshop too. I mean, it's not like he'll have nothing to do.
Oh yes,
No, I think
his
he will
eyes
keep
lit
it
up when you
Right,
came in.
right.
So,
So what about Betty? Leave her
Oh,
here
the truck.
too? The truck.
Well, that's a good question.
Sven says it's not far to. This
I think we can
to
probably
the
leave the
probable
truck and go on foot because, frankly, these roads, these city roads, they're confusing. We have had a little trouble. I think maybe a cross-country trek towards something we can see is going to be a lot better than trying to. Those one-way signs, they just kept turning me around in circles. You saw. That was the trouble. Atma
Absolutely.
obeyed all the one-way signs.
Somehow they don't work when all the half the roads are
Right.
collapsed.
Well then, let's take an after tea walk.
Delightful. Let's go.
Now,
Right.
let's pick up my force spike.
I thought I wanted to mention we should take some encouragement with us.
Oh, I plan on, got my force spike, and I'm wondering a little bit about my Omega Tech grenade. I have ideas for what that actually is, but we'll find out when we get there.
I play with my
Okay.
rifle and try it out and keep saying kinky.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay. You get a strange look from Sven.
Get used to
Wait,
it, Sven.
who does-
We're gonna be getting a lot of those looks, I suspect. Okay. Has Sven said a word yet, or is he all silent like Lurk?
Cool. He is. He has spoken because he made it clear he wanted to head off before it got too dark. Sven has a surprisingly soft and gentle voice for such a towering and imposing figure.
Oh, because that's not disturbing at all. Okay, good.
I'm having a crush. It's not. If he has a sexy voice, it's a crush.
But he leads you back over the river and back into the ruins, and you soon realise, I'll make you roll for that you are heading back to the almost a crossroads where you encountered that Hoop Bonaparte and helped him out moving some crates around.
Right.
Yeah. Should stop helping them out. We need to punch them out.
Well, we will find out. So wait, Sven has directed us back to this place?
You are as you get closer and closer, you realise you are returning to that place. Possibly you've come by a completely different route to the way that you got there.
As we approach, I'll ask Sven. I'll say, is this the place where the rogue Bonapartists are keeping their loot?